Do what rich people did when they were poor. Don't do what they're doing right now. Do the things that they did when they were poor or broke, and then they got rich. But don't try to do what they're doing right now. Don't go and get a credit card and say, I'm going to use this credit card and pay this and buy that to earn the points. You don't have enough money for that to make sense. You're just going into debt. It's not going to work out. You're lying to yourself. Don't rush and get funding when you have no money. Most wealthy people who go and get funding, they have the money already that if they're going to get $100,000, $200,000 in funding, $1 million, most of them have that money in cash already. Your ass is going out here trying to get hundreds of thousands of dollars in funding and you barely make $50,000 a year. It makes no sense. You're setting yourself up for failure. You did it. You've been doing it. And in this video, I'm speaking really to whoever's listening, whoever this information relates to, who it can help, but mostly I'm speaking to myself. Just to remind myself. I'm even doing this video really just to keep myself occupied so I can stick to the philosophy I'm going to share in the video. You've been doing everything right, like I said. You've invested in yourself to increase the amount of value you bring to the marketplace. So you're making more money now at your job, your regular job. You're not a full-time entrepreneur yet. You're not fully financially independent, but you're making more money than you ever made before in your life, right? That relates to me right now. Nowhere near rich, but I'm doing better than I did before. And also in my peer group, I would say that I'm one of the top earners because I don't know anybody in particular that's rich. Stopping yourself from feeling like you can afford anything. I can afford to do so many different things. I could buy so much stuff right now. Like it's actually after a while, it's a fight. Like before, when you didn't have really much money, it's like it's an easy. You see things you want, and it's an easy no. It's like because you really can't anyway, unless you're about to go deeper in debt with credit cards and things like that, which a lot of people do. But hopefully, most of us are beyond that point. But I'm at the point where I can buy some designer stuff and do certain things and activities, and it's a fight every day not to. It really is. Like I have freaking some designer stuff in my cart on this app that I, buy things from, and it's like I really should not even. I really shouldn't be doing this. So what I'm portraying to myself and to you guys is to keep your money. Keep your money, man. You're not there yet. 10K, 15K, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. Continue to increase your goals. When you hit a goal, try to hit another one. That way it will actually stop you from thinking that you made it somewhere so that you don't spend money that's unnecessary. Yeah, you have the money, but it's for a bigger thing, it's for a bigger cause. Don't spend that money. Another thing is to cut expenses, like cut expenses so that you can keep more of your money, even on essential things. Like even in my last video, I had a blue hat on, fitted hat, the only fitted hat I had. My dog, I don't know how he got a hold of it, chewed it up the other day, and now I have no hat. And it's so crazy because this hat costs like $40, but like it's the only one I had. Like, I can go out and buy a bunch of those hats, but I specifically said I'm gonna buy one, and I'm gonna stretch out the time period in between when I buy another one. But I don't have my hat, so I don't have a retwist in my hair, so I had to give myself a haircut. Another thing, I cut my own hair, and you know, first of all, tell me how I'm looking. It's decent. It's alright. A little bit of enhancements up there. I'm pretty good. I mean, I've gotten way better over the years, and I started cutting my hair out of necessity. Like now, I can afford haircuts, but like I started cutting my hair because at a point, even when haircuts were a lot cheaper than they are right now, I could not afford to consistently cut my hair. Once my parents stopped giving me money for haircuts and I became an adult, it was like, yo, this is actually expensive and this adds up. So I'm like, yo, I gotta save some money. Like I've been on the type of time where I want to save money. So went on YouTube and just locked in how to cut your own hair. And one of the best decisions I ever made. I actually forgot that people out there went to an actual barber and cut their hair, get their hair cut. And haircuts nowadays, yeah, I always beat the inflation for certain things. Like same thing with weed. Like when I started smoking weed, that's when weed prices went crazy. Freaking eighth is like $60, $80. That alone was enough. If I was smoking at that point, that would be enough for me to stop right there. Now haircuts are costing like what, like 60, whatever. I don't even know how much. I don't know what it is, how much it is, but I know it's more than what I used to pay. I know the prices are insane. These little things add up. They add up. Man, listen, a lot of people, I'm getting so passionate about this. People sell you this thing of do what rich people do to get rich. Or, allocate money to spend to buy yourself more time, or use credit cards in a certain way to get funding and points and things like that. I have a different philosophy, and I know that this philosophy is actually the right one. Most people on the internet are lying to you. My philosophy is don't do what rich people do to get rich when you're broke, because that's not what they did. Rich people did what poor people did to get rich. Does that make sense? Okay, so do what rich people did when they were poor. Don't do what they're doing right now. Do the things that they did when they were poor or broke, and then they got rich. But don't try to do what they're doing right now. Don't go and get a credit card and say, I'm going to use this credit card and pay this and buy that to earn the points. You don't have enough money for that to make sense. You're just going into debt. It's not going to work out. You're lying to yourself. Don't rush and get funding when you have no money. Most wealthy people who go and get funding, they have the money already, that if they're going to get $100,000, $200,000 in funding, $1 million, most of them have that money in cash already. Your ass is going out here trying to get hundreds of thousands of dollars in funding, and you barely make $50,000 a year. It makes no sense. You're setting yourself up for failure, man. You gotta be aware of what content you're creating. Not create. I mean creating, but creating and consuming. A lot of people are okay with creating bullshit content, lying to people in order to get ahead. And a lot of us are consuming this horrible content. I want to share. I'm not gonna get into details about like as far as who these people are, but I saw a video a couple days ago that it really inspired me to really continue doing what I'm doing. Stay down. Don't go waste your money because you got to a certain point. Like I hit a certain threshold. I hit a certain goal. And this person, I saw this video, and this guy really made me think like, yo, I'm nowhere yet. Let's up this. Let's double down on what I was doing before. Let's continue to see how little I can spend. And then when I get to a certain point, I could even think about investing even heavier, not just into like mutual funds and certain accounts, but like just actually into businesses now. I want to get to a certain point where in with money, so I can start safely investing into businesses, see what businesses I'm good at using my own money. And then I had this other creator I was watching just recently, like right before I made this video. And this kid is like saying he's 21 years old. In the video, he's in like a M5, whatever BMW. I don't even know the specifics of all these cars. I don't care. It doesn't matter. because it's all just debt. It's all bullshit. He's saying that what he does is he's making a little under 100,000 a month, and what he does is he helps creators make money online from the courses that they're selling. So basically, and I was trying to figure out what the hell does that even mean. So he basically sells a course teaching people how to sell courses. You can't make this stuff up, bro. And somebody in the comments was like, so what exactly do you do? And I was like, yeah. And it's so funny how that comment got like no recognition. Like nobody liked it or commented on it. And had a few other comments that were saying, "Oh, I needed to hear this. Oh man, you're this guy, bro, spitting." And I'm like, these people are falling for this. This is ridiculous. This guy is lying in his finance car or whoever car it really is, just straight up lying to people confidently. And then people are so desperate, which makes them so stupid. And I've been there. I don't even mind talking about this, and I'm not hating on nothing. Like I'm not hating because I wish when I was believing people like that, that somebody was out there saying, "Yo, this is all bullshit." It made no sense. It made no sense, and you got to be aware of stuff like that. You got to be wary. You can't be desperate, man. Take your time. Build a real solid foundation, skill set. Don't try to rush it because you're gonna make mistakes. And it's just gonna make it things take longer. Speaking from experience. But yeah, consumerism, man. Oh my God, we gotta lock in. We gotta try to spend as little as possible. And I know, like it's like sometimes you wanna scratch that itch. You just wanna say, you know, yo, I've been doing so good. Like I can afford this. I can afford to do these things. I can afford a $500 pair of shoes right now, and I want to so badly. What I'm about to start doing is seeing how I can like put together certain styles and pieces I already have, or not, or or buy different very affordable pieces that look really good, and just see if I could scratch the itch that way instead of going out and buying fully designer stuff. Like, let me really learn how to dress. Let me continue to invest in my body so I can look better without designer shit on. You know, gaining more muscle, things like that. A lot of times, these things are just to make up for areas that we lack in. With the putting pieces together that are really inexpensive but look really nice, like that's a real thing because the other day I got a coat. It's like this brown fur coat. I'll probably show it in another video that I got. Cost me $60. Everywhere I go, I'm getting compliments on this coat since I bought it. Like it's like I'm having people like literally staring at me like to the point where they had to say something because they realized like, oh my God, I'm staring. Like let me let him know why like I'm staring so much. Sometimes the price of these things don't even it doesn't even match the recognition you get for it. Nobody cares. It's really for you. Meanwhile, you gotta know when things actually look nice compared to when things are just expensive. And sometimes the expensive things do really look nice too. That's cool. But you gotta be strategic about how you're going about getting these things. Don't do it back to back. If you're gonna get something that's really expensive, put a lot of time in between when you're getting them. Don't get 4 items a month. Put a couple weeks in between, couple months. Stretch it out. Delay that gratification on purpose. It's not worth it. I remember a couple years ago, me and a few friends were talking about something, purchasing something. Somebody said it, and I was like, "Yeah, you shouldn't get that until you can afford to buy it 3 times." And a few people laughed. They're like, "What are you talking about?" And I had this one particular friend. He was just joking, and then I think I mentioned that I wanted like further down a couple days after I mentioned something that I wanted that wasn't expensive, but I just mentioned it, And he was jokingly saying like, "Oh, make sure you can afford it 3 times before you get it." I'm like, yeah, you're saying that as a joke, but like that's a real thing. And now I still live by that, and I would increase that number by multiples. Like, don't buy something unless you can afford it. Shit, 10, 50 times. That's how you know you can really afford something when it seems like nothing. But if you have $2,000 and something costs $500, that's 1/4 of what you have. That's too much. You can afford it, but you shouldn't afford it because you can use that money in a way better way to make you a lot more money. We gotta think like that. We gotta delay this gratification. You gotta watch what you're consuming. A lot of stuff that we're consuming makes you want to consume certain things. Discipline is key. Set certain goals. Like set certain goals that are so powerful that no matter what you encounter, it's hard to sway you off your path. You may set to the goal, say, yo, I want to save $30,000. And I'm gonna say that's one of my goals right now. Right? Now, I am so heavily invested in that when certain things come up, it's gonna easily deter me from doing that because I already have this goal that I care so much about, and this right here is gonna slow me down in that process of getting to my goal. One thing I'm really fighting with right now at the time of making this video, it's December. It's not December, I'm lying. It's about to be December. It's the end of November. Thanksgiving is around the corner. My birthday is in April of next year. That's like a good 5 months. Right now, I can afford to have a party for my birthday, and I know by that time I'm gonna be way more than able to do that. I want to have like a loft party, right? My birthday. I'll pay for everything. The spot. I want to have free drinks, free food, invite all my friends, and we just have a great time. Get a DJ, all that stuff. I've never done anything like that, and that was one of my dreams to do something like that. I don't want to be one of the people that keep a party and I charge people to get in, and I charge for drinks. Not like I don't know. Like I've been to so much of those. It's like okay, I get it, but like, come on, bro. And I can do that, but I'm gonna spend a lot of money on that, right? And I'm really fighting with that whole thing. Like, I don't know. When you get more money than you had before, you start to want to do a bunch of things that you've never been able to do before, that you probably always wanted to do. And I'm fighting with that right now. And I'm just going to share that with you guys and share it with whoever can relate because it's tough, man. It's tough because we came so far, but we got so much more to go. And it's just like, at what point do you start to enjoy the money you've worked so hard for? At what point do you start to enjoy your hard work? And how much is it really going to slow you down from getting to where you want to continue to go? I don't know, but I do know the longer you wait, the better it is for you. I know that for a fact. So let's just keep locking in. And I mean, certain things are obviously bad decisions, bad financial decisions, but sometimes it may not feel that bad because you really can afford it. But should you still do it anyway? I don't know. I truly don't know. But I will say, when I get to a certain point, like I said, I want to start not just putting money into certain portfolios, but I actually want to start an actual business, like a real life business, not just an online business. Online business is cool too. Definitely doing all of that, but like I want to start an actual business and see what happens. But let's hit that 30K first. Not too far, not super close either. So we're locking in. I still want to continue to invest in myself in not really business investments, but like just investments in what I can do to bring myself to increase my value that I bring to the marketplace so I can make more money as just being a 9 to 5er. I want to get my crane operator certificate, my OSHA, SST, things like that. And if anybody has any questions about things like that, or CDL or whatever, I mean, feel free to hit me up, comment Whatever it is that I talk about in these videos that I'm doing, that I've done, I mean, I'm making these videos to build a community, to show people different ways. It's not just the ways that you're seeing on social media, to show that there's like normal ways of getting ahead. So I'm here to help. Let me know. Let's lock in. Let's do this. Just the other day at work, I was uh I was helping some guy, like, basically put him on to how, to pass the CDO, the written test. I didn't even know people were struggling with this. You never know what people are actually needing help with, because all I did was study from my phone, like just random websites doing practice tests. I didn't even know that there was a book to study for. He was like, he has the book. I'm like, bro, there's a book? You don't need no book. What the hell? For the CDO written test that the DMV book? There's a book? I mean, I should have figured obviously there's a book, but I just didn't even never even thought about that. I'm like, bro, just go on these websites, do this, and that. Just lock in for a minute. Give yourself a couple of weeks. Not really that much. Depends on how intensely you study. Not even a couple of weeks. Maybe 2 weeks of just intense locking in. You'll pass that, bro. Don't worry about nothing. And yeah, so I'm realizing a lot of the stuff I'm doing, people don't know about it, and a lot of people want to better themselves. And this is why, like, these fake gurus who are just selling you a dream online, that's why a lot of them eventually get profitable, because people are desperate and they want to get ahead, and they may not want to take the long way because they feel like the long way is actually long, but it's really not. And then they get got. So if you happen to come across this video, I'm here to help. I'm not selling the course. Hopefully I never will have to, but I would like to build a community. So let's get to it. Keep your money. Keep your money for as long as you can. Let it get accustomed. Let yourself get accustomed to having it. A lot of times we're just not used to having money, so as soon as we get it, we realize we just want to spend it because we're not used to having it. We're not comfortable with it. We feel uncomfortable when we open your accounts, like, oh, there's money. Like, what the hell? Like, I need to use this. No, you don't. No, you don't. Get accustomed to having money. Let that money get used to your environment. Get on that level. It's okay. It's okay to have money, bro. You don't gotta spend it as soon as you get it. Like, relax. See y'all in the next one. Like, comment, share. Let's keep building.